Good evening, everybody. What's going on? It's your boy E Buck checking in with you. This is Get Off This Long Live, the very short edition. We are not here to do a whole entire show today. I'm just basically checking in because tomorrow, of course, is my B day for those of you who know, and we won't be doing game time or taboo or anything else like that the rest of the week. We will be back next week with stuff on the normal times and got a couple extra special things to throw into the mix with it as well. But as for tonight, I'm going to bed tomorrow. I'm going to basically work, but do my birthday. Just happy that I'm alive and well and that I made it to 52, thank God, Lord willing, and just ready to celebrate life in that way. Don't have any major plans. Y'all know those of you who done hung out with me over the years, you used to me doing parties and all that type of stuff. No, very low key birthday tomorrow. Just work and maybe grab a little grub and just sit here and chill out, watch some basketball. That's about the extent of it, y'all. But in terms of everything else going on in life, things are kind of fluid. Got a couple situations I'm dealing with, but we working them out slowly but surely. So rest assured that we got somebody checking into the lineup here. Happy birthday, cousin. Thank you, cousin Marla. Appreciate that. That is Dr. Marla Facey. Hopefully you've been checking in with her on her show. That show known as No Weapon Formed Against Us. Definitely, I did catch a few minutes of that last night, Dr. Marla. I was very sleepy, so I didn't check in as I normally do. But again, keep up the quality broadcasting there on your end. We do very much appreciate you and definitely liking some of the technical stuff that you got going as well. You have come quite a ways from that darn computer and how to do this, all that. You are definitely learning stuff over there. We appreciate it. That's okay. Thank you. But in terms of everything else, I just want to check in with a few quick things. Remember last week we were having some technical difficulties. We have them resolved for now. Um, the rest of that show, basically, we wanted to talk about the whole election thing. Said I'm paying. Oh well, that would be different. I wish that was not the case. But some of the stuff you getting done now, I can't even do. I'm not as skilled in that at this time. But as time goes on, I'm still learning things myself. So as always, anything I can help you with, if I find the time, I definitely will do so. You know this. You know I'm not able. Yeah. Like I said, you're better than you was. Though. I've been seeing the show. You've been running your end of the board pretty well. So no, you're not completely lost in the show. You done figured out a few things. But the one thing I definitely want to put out here, since I probably will not be on until election day, is that people definitely vote. Okay, let's just have a small discussion on the matter. What it boils down to is you are a Republican and you feel like the Democrats at this point is smurfing everything up. Love you too, cuz love you too. You feel like the Democrats are messing everything up. This is your opportunity to right the ship. You go out, get your vote on, and say, okay, this is what it is. I don't like it, and I need my Republican representative in here to help fix what's wrong. If you are a Democrat and you don't like what things is because you feel like, okay, we could do more to Democrats if Republicans were not in the way, then you need to get out and vote so you can get more of your Democratic people in. So if you feel like that's the problem why things aren't fixed, you get more of them on the side that you would want them to be on so they can fix some of the other issues that have not been fixed. If you are independent, you still should vote because in the end, you want to have some say so in the matter, regardless of who is Democrat, Republican, or otherwise. You want to go with basically what you feel that party that is in your best interest can do for you at this time. Remember, when you do cast your vote, you not only cast your vote for yourself, you also cast your vote for your neighbors, your community, your city, your town, your country. You want that to be represented by somebody that you feel best represents what you want done in government. Because for those of you that feel like, well, government, it ain't about all that, it's about what you do. Part of that is true, but also realize that part of what the government does affect your everyday life. If we haven't learned anything in the time of COVID, please know that. And also realize that when you get these many things in the mail in regards to voting and things of that nature, some of them you should actually take the time to read or at least grab the websites off of there so you can do your research into said candidates to figure out who is the best choice for you. Then there are also proposals on the ballot that you want to have an idea what's about. You don't want to go on voting day, basically get to the line where they done passed out these flyers right before you get in and base your choice on that. You definitely don't want to base your choice based on these political ads because if you have seen them, they basically take a couple sound bites and make it feel like that's that person's gospel. That's all they cared about was that, or didn't care about was that, because all you got was that snippet or that little phraseology they grabbed from an article or something of that nature. You want to learn more about the candidates if you can. If possible, if you're in a smaller community, if you can get in touch with said candidate, you want to do that if you can. So you can speak directly to them or their office to find out what they are about. And remember, it's more important to vote in these elections, these midterm elections, than it is actually in the presidential election because many of these midterm elections have votes for mayor, for governor, for city council, for state representative, for judges. These are the people that basically affect your life from day to day more than the actual federal government. If you have the right judge on your side, that might be the difference between you getting 15 to 30 years and you being set free. If you have the right city council person that's representing you, that might be a way for you to help out your cause and your community, help save your home, whatever the case may be, as opposed to losing. It benefits you to vote because in the end, your vote leads to these people being in charge of the monies and services that you need to get your life in order. So I strongly, strongly would encourage you all, Republican, Democrat, Independent, or otherwise, to get your vote on next Tuesday. Definitely do that. And remember, you have any questions in regards to your voting, or if you basically feel like there's a problem where when you went to vote they tried to hem you up or whatever the case may be, you want to get to this website here and it will give you all the information you need in regards to who to contact if you have issues, who to contact if you need some additional information. Remember, in a lot of places you can actually vote early. So if you want to do that, those opportunities are available to you. I mean, just today they sent the sample ballot as to what's going to be on the ballot next Tuesday. You have a chance to peruse the ballot ahead of time so you can make your choices now. Keep in mind, you are allowed to write down all your choices on basic paper and take them into the voting booth with you so you know exactly who you pick as opposed to trying to just guess and whose name sound right, whose name you remember from the commercial and all that. If you do all your research ahead of time, you can sit down and do all that. So when it's time to vote, you are prepared. And you go in there, you get your vote on, and you're in and you're out. So please, 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 people, don't just say, okay, well, I didn't get my way last time, I'm not voting. Do not let that be your choice, be a non-choice. Please choose to vote. Because remember, your vote does not only just count for you, it counts for everybody around you as well. That being said, the only other thing I will address is, of course, the big news of the day in regards to the world, the loss of the rapper Takeoff from the Migos. I know a lot of the younger people have definitely posted that on their timelines throughout the course of the day. Definitely the Migos, one of the more popular rap groups out here. And now, because of again, gun violence, we have lost them. I mean, keep in mind, if you just look at this year, we've lost several rappers to a variety of different issues. But when all is said and done, it's something that could have been avoided. And whenever you are 28 years of age, you are no longer here to tell the story. You can't help but feel for that because if you've been 28 as I have been, I know you still just starting to figure out who you were as a person. Even though he had been successful early on in life as a member of said rap group, there were still things that were happening in his world that was going to have him grow and expand and be an even greater version of himself, and that has been taken away from some senseless crime, whether it was the dice game or argument with friend, whatever the case may have been. I'm sure we'll hear plenty more of the story as the days go on. The bottom line is that that young man is dead and he shouldn't be. And I just hate that about it. So yeah, definitely rest in peace, and hopefully this lesson leads to somebody saying, okay, whatever the problem was in this case, it's not worth somebody losing their life over. Let's just move on and move past, because the senseless violence is just growing by the day, not just only here in these United States, but throughout the world. And at some point, we got to try to do something to make things different, to make things better, because we can't just accept it for what it is, people. We got cousin Damon checking in. When you get rich, you have to change your playground and playmates. Sadly, my friend, oftentimes that is the case. If you know me, you know one of my popular sayings, particularly to the people in said circles, that my circle is small and purposely so. There are very few people, less than two hands, who I count as actual legitimate friends. I know several people in this life, but in terms of the people I actually deal with on a regular basis, that is a very small group of individuals, and purposely so, because I don't like to be around a lot of foolishness, and I don't want a lot of foolishness around me. I don't even live the life that I did at 25 and 26. And you may view it as me just being an old person and lame or whatever you young people call it now. But when all is said and done, I like to know that there's a stronger probability that when I get home, everything is everything, and I don't have to worry about who may come upon me, what foolishness I might fall into the next day, and what have you. I mean, granted, people die every day, innocence and all, but you're more likely to not be in this life when you're about that life. Sad but true. So, like I said, hopefully this is a lesson teaching moment for somebody. I can only pray and hope. With that being said, y'all, like I said, it's gonna be a very short show. It's gonna be this short because I'm about to head out. Again, if I don't catch up with you, or you don't catch up with me tomorrow on social media, just keep in mind I will be working. Do know I thank you ahead of time for any birthday wishes you may give me. I appreciate you very, very much. That being said, we will be back on these airways sometime next week to our normal scheduled program. Get off this long live, and of course the Game Time Audible. And then of course we also will bring you the new show known as the Guru's Football Session. So we will be doing all three of those shows next week. Look forward to seeing you check in and say what up. For all of you that check this out after the fact, thank you for always supporting the Nighthawk Network. We appreciate you very much. And that being said, we will just go ahead and end it out now. Let me find the usual end credits here. Give me a second. There they are. All right, y'all. Love you. Peace. I'm out.